Nice picture in the back.
Absolutely. What happened, everybody? You know already who it is right here. So AfroTruth Costa Rica. Usually we like to do the live, but we are here. We wanted to record it because we're right in the middle of town. Hopefully Uno can hear what we're saying. I am here with our honorable, right, ex-congressman, leader of the Tribal Forum of Costa Rica. For those of you who don't know what that is, this is what this segment is about. We'll take just a few minutes to feed the people the truth about the information, so no can't stop hearing foolishness from other people who don't belong and don't know. We are going to hear it straight from the source, all right? So here we have Mr. Edwin Patterson, originally from Wolaba. Those of you who know, and those of you who don't know, that's Old Harbor de Talamanca in Costa Rica. Hey, good morning, sir. How are you today?
Morning, darling. Me fine. Greetings to everyone. My given name, obviously, Velvet said it. My right name is Kweku Zulu from the tribe of the Asham from Ghana. And I recognize myself, obviously, as an African, born in Costa Rica, live here a long time ago. And trying to help the black community. And when Velvet speak about the tribal forum and this and that of Costa Rica, some people said today that they don't feel represented in it and blah 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 blah. It's not going to happen. Today we're going to have our president of the country here, which most people never vote for it. On any international meetings and representatives, is Costa Rica president, wanted or not? I don't mean that about myself either. I know that we have to do a lot of work. It's something really new. And when I say Costa Rica, some people say, but yeah, I'm don't go to Costa. And what about the black people in Heredia and in Cartago? Sure, I recognize that. When you're going to have a baby, the baby start from nothing till them reach 9 months and then them born and then keep going. This forum begins from somewhere, begin from South Caribbean, maybe because we had a little more gathering of black people in the region. We have some things that we have been doing that have been recognized by the rest of the country. Obviously, we need to reach to the whole country. We don't have the resources yet. We don't have the money. We do it because everything takes money. All what the forum doing till today, it's volunteer. We don't have no money affair. We put everything, all of us, every movement and every organization of any activity that you see make, and they use the forum or they use the Tribal Association of Caribbean, South Caribbean name. These people that organize it, like Velvet, like Ellen, like Wanda, etc., they use their own pocket money. And people that help them, it's not see them getting nothing from nowhere. We're not making no money no way. Because people always think about money and then no, all that we take one little 5 cents out of our pocket because we love what we're doing. We and Johnson and so much others people that do a lot of things and everything come out of your pocket. But we are proud of doing that. We have to say it because we always use this thing and people always think that we're making money. No, we just don't want lose and hide our heritage. We're proud of it. We do it because it's easy to criticize. It's easy to sky, and it's easy can do better than we. I know everybody can do it better than we, but we'll do it, no?
Exactly.
Since you know you can do it, do it.
Exactly.
No, don't say it. Do it. You know. So what we're trying to tell you, with all respect, we just saying, let's come together. And in what topic you see we can work together, let's do it. We're planning to make the assembly of the forum in November. We have a debt with the people, our people, them. We cannot get out the message clearly enough and to most people that we would really want to get it to. That's an issue we have, and I have to be honest. I've been looking people to help for different reasons. We always be the same people, them struggling. Wanda, Velvet, Ellen. The circle don't change much. The next one them say, yeah, but if you tell me, and I would have do that, you know. But when you don't say tell, well, what happened, you know? Velvet don't tell me nothing. She come and say, Pat, my leader, look, what you think? I want to do this and this and this and this. Yes, And oh, you can't help me, leader. Well, tell me what I have to do. And that's how we do things. One that comes and says, I want to do this. Okay, we don't call nobody. This is a voluntarily stuff. If you feel, you come in. And when you feel, you leave. We don't want, like we're telling people, say, no, I'm just the leader. No, I'm not the leader. I represent the forum. I don't lead nobody. I don't even pick them and lead. Because I believe in freedom and free will. If you feel it, do it. If you don't feel it, don't bother. You come in like the lazy man. I'm so lazy till him say to him, say, sir, you want a banana? Him say, is it peel? No, sir. Say, well, don't worry with it.
Everything I already do. No, I already do nothing. We just get together and do. And you know, sir, for those of us, for those of you who don't know, could you explain to them exactly what does it mean when we say that we are tribal people? This is a tribal town, one of the 10 that we have in Costa Rica thus far.
One of the one of the first 10.
One of the first 10.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter when, it doesn't mean anything offensive to say first.
Right.
Okay, we go back to it again. When we say first 10, it's because in every movement it has to begin somewhere. Okay, this one begin in South Caribbean. It could begin in North Caribbean, it could begin in Guanacaste, it could begin in Cartago. It begins here. Okay. From here, we merge. We want to go other places. Why we say tribal, and it's not discriminating anybody or not, it's a terminology that the United Nations bring up between consensus of various countries of African people in the world, which in Brazil, Colombia, Chile, Uruguay, and I think actually Costa Rica was participating in it. And they brought up this terminology because they find that the African descent people and the indigenous people are tied to their land. Mainly when the Africans come, when they brought us as slaves, as enslaved people that was enslaved, was mainly to do agriculture work. Right. Was to be in the field. And after what happened, you know the story, not going back through it, they remain actually in the field. So they come indigenous to the land. These that conquered. But before these that they brought, you had already African indigenous people and the land. Right? So they brought up this terminology that to be a tribal person, you have to live in the same community, speak the same language, have the same customs, and mainly tied to the land, tied to the soil. That's something indigenous to most areas of the world when you find we people tied to the land. But it doesn't exclude African descent people that are not tied to land. It's still, but these components have a stronger roots to go through certain procedures that we have to do, because it's not the same somebody that live in the Desamparados fighting for your cultural house or your cultural land, which you live into a little concrete 4x4. So it's something like that, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't cover African people. It covers everybody, but mainly the people that are tied to their land. Because we know that land issue today, it's always be, and today it's worse now because most of our people losing their land by different, what you want to call it, national parks, indigenous territories,
reservation,
wetland, blah, blah, blah. They invented everything to take away black people.
Absolutely.
Easy as that. So it's a little complex for a lot of people, even for us, because something new. After the UNITE, closed down till today in the 80s until today is the first we have organization that should be totally black. And being black doesn't mean that you have to look black. You have to look black, you have to feel black, you have to talk black, and you have to eat black.
All right.
You know, you can't today brown and tomorrow you're clear and the next year don't remember. This is our everyday something. And again, clarifying, don't have nothing to do with racism.
Absolutely.
It don't have nothing to do with discrimination. In my opinion, for me, it's a black power movement with a nucleus of our people and our land. But it doesn't mean that the other people doesn't work, that they cannot come in and help, because you have goodwill people with different colors. It's another color thing. If you feel yourself identify with the African movement, you are welcome. Maybe you cannot belong to the group formally, but you can be
An affiliate.
associate.
An associate, right.
Yes, you can. I mean, I see it that way. I mean, you have some crazy people thinking. I mean, when we make our meeting, when we take our decision, it has to take by blacks, obviously. But doesn't mean that we can have colleagues them next door, with neighbors, them, because we live with them. We're not going back to them foolishness when they have separate this and separate pools and so we can't go through that. We're not so ignorant.
Right.
We are not that dumb. Who want to do that? Them say, okay, who the cap fit, let them wear it.
Let them wear it.
But the cap not fit we. Me no, it don't fit me. I'm not doing what them teach us to do. Segregate, because them teach it, I'm not doing it. And I'm not taking no revenge against nobody.
No time for that. No time for that.
When the right time come, everybody go and pay for what them want. Me not collect nobody, because I'm not nobody to collect, nobody nothing. I am only giving my opinion, and that's what I think. We should think different. I'm not, what I mean, what I'm trying to say in this thing, and I feel like you can go back in. In what we feel we can work together, let's work. We're gonna always have differences of thoughts. It has to be, because we are very intelligent people. We are bright people, we are not dumb. So if I go to a reunion and everybody agree with me, I mean say I'm crazy. People have to tell me, no, Edwin, look, we think that we could do it this way because my experience tell me, and we reason like human beings. I don't want no quack into no meeting and shake your head, and when you go to the meeting, you chat fat. Talk it in there.
Exactly.
Let's go fight.
Amongst ourselves and get
we
to an
have to
agreement.
fight. And when we finish, when we end, give me a no, please. We don't agree with that, and I don't like that what you're doing, but you're still my brethren.
Exactly.
And you will be my brethren always. You know, that's my philosophy. I don't have this idiotness into my mind because you're doing this, I don't like this. If you're doing something evil, if you want to hurt a brethren or a sister or somebody, I don't agree with that, and I'm not well support it. But if we have to have a discussion that is needed because we are building a community, we are constructing. And to construct, you have to have different ideas how to build a step. Because I may build a step and I don't put no veranda and then you drop over the step. And Belbe say, well, you don't put a little anti this listen today. And Wayne come and him say, and say that color don't shoot to because this and I won't bring the time, you know. Everybody, that's how you build something.
Exactly.
You do your organization, which I have to tell you today again, I didn't tell you this year again, but you know it. My respect for the activity in the Casa de la Cultura. Last year it was wonderful.
Thank you.
It's just, you know, we have a homework.
Yes.
The air condition. Because it's sweet, but the heat.
The heat is
the heat kill me. Because if we have it cool, we can take more time because we
and be comfortable.
Few days, few times of the year we have that opportunity to get up into the Marcus Garvey house. And it was wonderful, just like last year, this year. I think last year was still even better. To me, like was the first one, but I love it because normally we don't see it that way. But it really, really come back. Now, I hope, this is the next space I need, I hope, and that's what we speak about, that in September we can sit down now and design now good and advertise it now from soon.
Absolutely.
If we don't know who we're going to bring us yet, we're not sure, even give the people a sketch, okay, where intention is to do this. And then if we do it from soon again, we can look for the funds to pay the
Get
tickets
this stuff done.
and get the biography of the people them that come in soon, but I want to invite and see how. And another thing I think we should do is make more recognition of our local heroes.
Absolutely. I was just thinking
Our
about
local
that.
heroes, and we should start a movement that we Africans declare Marcus Garvey our national hero and celebrate our National Hero Day.
Exactly. And for those of you who
Celebration.
don't know, actually, the Marcus Garvey was named Citizen of Honor of Costa Rica. That was earlier this year. That progressed and it pushed and ignited a movement of getting to Congress a request or a proposal to make the 17th of August, which is Marcus Garvey's birthday, Marcus Garvey Day, a commemorative day for Marcus Garvey nationally in Costa Rica, which hopefully then it will just ignite all over the world, starting with the Caribbean countries that can do the same. And the activity that Mr. Patterson is talking about, that Mr. Zulu is talking about, he's talking about the Sankofa Festival Legacy of Marcus Garvey that we keep right here in Old Harbor annually, 16th, 17th, and 18th of August. And I think he said it was the first one, but I'm proud to say that this one was the third one.
Third, okay.
Right, so we are moving into our fourth one. Please stay tuned so that you can, if you want to donate, if you want to participate, if you have any ideas, this is a collective effort. Before we go, sir, I do want to ask you a question so we can address something with the public. We are in a tourist town, and we do get a lot of tourists from all over the world. It's a beautiful thing. And we have a lot of them that are now coming to stay. They're living here, but they don't know much about the tribal community. So oftentimes they may say or do things that might be offensive or may be against what they say they support. What can you tell these people that are living here now and those who will come to visit when it comes to the tribal community? Where can they go get information? Because I feel like we do need to do something for people to get that information. But what can you tell them about us and certain things that they can do that would not be offensive to us, that as on the contrary would be an honor for us and be a help for us?
Okay, the first thing I think everybody have Google now on internet. Go Google it up. Look for the Agreement 169 and just look for all the legislation that's in Costa Rica for African descent people. You have a legislation for the recognition of the Calypsonian Walter Ferguson, the tribal community of Kawita, which Kawita means the district Kawita Wolaban Manchaneer. And you have different legislation, and if you have translation, get in, check it out, and again, it's something new, something we are building, something we are constructing. We've been living in this community for a lot of years by ourselves. We miss a lot of we get misinformation. To the point that we didn't understand, because after they closed up our English school in the early 80s, most of us of our age had already been actually brainwashed. We was taught that we were Costa Ricans. We were taught that we was equal to them. And we get a lot of misinformation. And when we come back to reality, we found ourselves out, it's just like what they do with us in Africa. They engraft the religion in us, they beat us and put the Bible under our arm and put it to pray, and when we open we eyes, we don't have no land and we have the Bible. The same thing been doing always. We always, when we coming up, we understand that when we went to Spanish school that we was Costa Rican. When we go to secondary, we thought that we were Costa Rican. When we find out that we wasn't Costa Rican is when we leave secondary now and start to compete with them for jobs and for opportunities. And they say, no, wait a minute. We already indoctrinate you, but we're not going to give you jobs. We're not going to give you land. No, wait. That is for our people. Then we realize, wow, 12 years they were indoctrinating us, telling us that we were Costa Rican. No, when we say, well, all right, good, no, all right. Well,
all the rights?
Your constitution said that me have right for this and that and that. And when I start to understand your constitution, it said that this is a Catholic country. I say, oh, devil, but I'm not Catholic. They say that this is a Spanish-speaking country. Oh my gosh, I don't speak Spanish. They say that they want to engrave the indigenous language and thing. Or said I don't speak indigenous language either. So when I look now, I don't see nothing for the African them.
Exactly. Completely excluded.
When I get to read and write now, when them indoctrinate me, I realize, but what the hell you're saying? When I read and write and understand this, I come up every 11th of April and honor our national hero. Them tell me say the boy named Juan Santa Maria. When I understand now and read the boy background and the history of the Mosquita Kingdom, which is now called Central America, I find out that my boy was John Sambola, African boy mixed with the Mosquita Indian them. I say, oh hell, these people them kind of cruel too, you know. Then when I find out no, the 2nd of August, it's the Virgin Day, but the Virgin Black is we. Virgin Mary, we girl, them have up in Cartago there.
La Negrita.
Yes. And when I study the history of this country now, I find out that when Christopher Columbus, when him reached to Limon, because he didn't know where he was, and believe me, he was in India, and them never want to tell we say that the captain and the crew that bring the boy here, was African, was the Moors.
Exactly, the Moors.
So when the Moors bring him and then reached in front of the Limon, Christopher was sleeping and said, boy, wake up. Christopher, look out there. You have Moors on the coast. African people was receiving the ship.
We were already here. All right. Absolutely.
They brought us filth, shit, and piss through the Atlantic Ocean. And we're here today. We're still here today. And we're going to remain here today.
Absolutely. So basically, my people, what my leader is saying, and I will definitely attach some links at the bottom of this video so that you guys can go ahead and start getting information, like what he said, our decrees, certain laws, certain things about history. We have certain videos that some of our people have made, or some of our supporters. We have El Gran Error. It's a nice clip, nice summary of what's going on with our lands, but you need to know more. For all you expats, for all you foreigners that are now made this your home, it's very important that you're informed as to what is going on with the tribal communities. Tribal communities meaning Afro communities, if you so identify and you're Costa Rican and you're Afro, right? And like the leader says, it's not only about tracing your ancestry, right? Grandmother, great-grandmother, great-great, that is Afro, but also you have to auto-identify, because we do have people who may have the bloodline but don't auto-identify. So we want to make sure that you're living that, breathing that, eating that, sleeping that every day. This is AfroTruth Costa Rica. Stay tuned. There will be more coming up. We will try to give you the truth straight from the source. Thank you so much, Mr. Zulu. And I will give y'all my name. I am Nairobi, for those of you who don't know. Nairobi, I'm Israel. Yes, blessed love. I don't know already. Ubuntu.
And the last thing before we
yes,
go,
sir.
because we cannot leave this so open. If people have respect and people really want to understand and learn and share, overstand, because 400 days we understand.
Yes.
Overstand. Please look for me. Please look for us. Don't repeat things that people tell you.
Absolutely.
And they don't believe, and that Edwin said that, Kwaku Zulu said that. If you have a doubt, check me out.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't have nothing to hide. I'm not looking nothing personal. I've been telling people always who want my position, I cannot hang it over to them. I'm not here to perpetrate myself. I love when I look at one of my mentor and my leaders, Nelson Mandela. Nelson didn't work, got out of jail, turned president, he served for 5 years. And when it terms up, he could stay for 50 years if he was still alive and he wanted. He stepped aside. They said, "He who fights and run away lives to fight another day."
So you heard it here. If you have any questions, absolutely you can get in touch with our leader right here at Tamaras. And still, we will be doing a workshop. We will be doing workshops, Afro study classes, online, and also in person. So please stay tuned to AfroTruth Costa Rica. Blessed love.